What is up guys, Ghost here, and today I'm bringing you a few changes to the MAA tank. So finally guys, over on the CTE we've seen the patch notes about a day ago now, nerfs to the MAA. Finally, it's here. DICE have been saying they're going to look into the MAA. They started with the active radar missiles with the entire vehicle balance pass, and now finally they're looking into the cannon. So just sit back and let me quickly go over some of these changes, because if you're a jet pilot, I think you're going to be quite happy with these. So the 20mm cannon and the 30mm have both been nerfed into the ground. No, okay, maybe not quite so much into the ground, but they've seen a pretty substantial nerf. Now, if you've ever been a victim of being killed by the MAA cannons when you're almost halfway across the map, a map like Lankang Dam springs to mind, then you'll be happy to know that that should not be an issue anymore. Now, the old damage of the 20mm cannons had a maximum damage of 15 and a minimum value of 12.6. Now, after all, 12.6 is really not that much lower than the max damage of 15, hence the reason why they were still able to do an insane amount of damage to you from halfway across the map. The same used to go for the 30mm. They had a max damage of 49 and a minimum of only 42, so once again, not a very big difference there. However, now the 20mm have been brought down to a max damage of 12.6 and a minimum of just 4.2. So up to a fall-off start of 600 meters, they will be able to do a considerable amount of damage, all the way up to 12.6. But after that point, that damage will then start to drop off up until 1000 meters, where it will go all the way down to 4.2. So what this should do is solve those issues where you're flying away from the MAA, you think you're halfway across the map and you're completely safe, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 you get hit by a few bullets and they do a ridiculous amount of damage to you. When you're now in those situations and you're perhaps over 1000 meters away from the MAA, those shots will only be doing around 4.2 to you instead of 12.6. So it should increase the survivability of pilots in jets and also helicopters by a hell of a lot. And the same here goes for the 30mm. The 30mm now have a max damage of 42 and a minimum damage of 21. And the fall off for these ones actually starts a little bit further out than the 20mm. The 20mm fall off starts at 600 meters, and for the 30s that actually starts at 700 and starts to drop off all the way up to 1000 meters until it goes down to that value of 21 there. But once again, it's going to mean the same thing. It's going to mean that those cannons are still going to be deadly when you're close. So if you're going down to strafe an MAA, he pops his APS, he's still going to be able to shred you, and the MAA tanks will still be able to accomplish their job. But the days of people hiding in their spawns and sniping you from halfway across the map with that minimum damage of 42 and the minimum damage of 12.6 in the case of the 20mm is hopefully just going to be gone. That's hopefully not going to be an issue anymore, and that was really the issue. You know, I've never had a problem with the MAA tanks shredding me if I get too close to them. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to protect the airspace. But when it had gotten so severe that they were staying in their deployments and just camping there, untouchable by anybody on our team and sniping you from afar, that was just not acceptable. And to be quite honest, this seemed like a pretty easy fix, and I am quite surprised it's taken this long to actually get it in the game. But nevertheless guys, I am incredibly stoked that it's finally coming, and I'm just crossing my fingers that this one is going to be in the fall patch. So there you go guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Didn't really have anything else to say. I was just so stoked about these changes that I couldn't resist but make a video ASAP and let you guys know about this, because I do know it's been something that a lot of us have been waiting for a long time. In fact, before I go, I completely forgot one of the changes. Oh my god, Ghost, what is wrong with you? So, it's not all about the jets here, guys. Infantry players have reason to rejoice as well, as the MAA's multiplayer against infantry has now been reduced from 0.67 down to 0.57. As I'm sure you guys will know, lots of infantry players complained that the MAA just did too much damage to them. It's supposed to be mobile anti-air, it's not supposed to be mobile anti-infantry, right? So it does make sense to give a little nerf to the infantry multiplayer. I think that's a good change as well, and I'm sure most of you guys will agree with that. Alright, this time I'm not kidding, this time I really am done. There's no more information coming, so just turn off the video. No, actually don't, wait and listen to my outro because I need money. No, but seriously, cheers guys. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.